Hi, for those of you who are new, I've been building out this ex-U-Haul box truck into a live work space. I've been living off-grid for the past 6 months, and I just recently went back on-grid in order to have a breather, recharge, and get some work done. It's been a bit of a journey, but in a good way. Today's video is going to be just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. So if you like that kind of thing, stick around. If you don't, I'm sorry. Just in terms of an update, in terms of being back on the grid, it's been a couple of days and it has been very useful to just settle myself for a minute, get a bunch of stuff done. I've got more done in the past couple of days than I have in the previous 2 weeks. So it's been so useful being able to have the AC just like truly on the lowest, coldest setting. That's been really good. So it's things like that have just been so helpful. I feel like the last couple of days has recharged my personal batteries up to 100%. So I feel pretty raring to go. With that being said, today I have a few things that I need to do. One thing I need to do is get rid of my grey water. I need to top up my fresh water. I need to pick up some stuff from Amazon. I need to finish the one last face on my drawers, which will be in a previous video. You probably would have seen it completed in a previous video, but I'm actually technically finishing it today. So I need to finish that face off on my drawers. So it's just kind of a bunch of little stuff to do. So that's where I'm at. So errands, to my storage, some little bits and pieces. And at some point, I'm going to order myself some lunch because I always do that on my build days. Keeps me motivated. And just to show you, since I changed my desk setup, it's feeling so much better to just sit at. Sanding the desk down has made it feel lighter and brighter. Having my monitor be able to go back here has been good. Having my new computer has been helpful. It's like a third monitor sometimes. I have some space to be out here. I have some space to spread out a little bit. I'm so happy working at this desk now. It's so important because it takes up so much of my day to have a comfortable workspace. I am truly happy with working in this space now. One day I will do a proper desk setup video on exactly what I use, etc., but not today. And this is basically how everything packs down for transport. Monitor is logged into there. This case on the computer keeps it in place. It does not slide at all. These have enough like friction on them to not slide. The one thing I haven't shown you is the chair. I removed the wheels and got these special grippy pads so that the chair doesn't roll around. It's way better than having wheels on. A lot of people don't have office chairs in their conversions because of the wheel situation, especially if you're parked on a tilt, the wheels are just going to drag you across. So replace them with the grippy pads and you're in a good place. So now we're all packed up, ready to drive. There's one more thing I need to do, and that is to disconnect from the grid. Yes. Time to pick up my stuff. I cannot even remember what it is that I'm picking up. I can't remember. Okay, so my haul is very random. This is a very random video. I got some 3mm weather stripping sealant. Then I got 10 child safety locks because the drawers that I built, 3 out of 4 of them are staying closed. One of them has popped open once. I'm going to fiddle with the magnet on the back to try to get it to stick. But if I'm not fully confident in it, then I'm going to use these child locks to stop the drawers from swinging open. Then I invested in a new video light for my job. So this is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. and it is going to go next to my computer to swing out and shine a light on my face. Basically, the bigger the light, the more flattering it is. So this is pretty big, and for the price, it's pretty good. And it just runs off USB. This is how big it is. Compared to my other lights that I normally use, this is the one I normally use. The size comparison is pretty significant. But yeah, this should be very useful for my video work that I do for my work. Woo! Wow, wow. Okay, that is really bright. Holy shit. Yeah, that's super useful. I'm so happy with that. I am so happy with that. And for those of you who are interested in this light, it is an Amaran Verge. Yeah, it is an Amaran Verge streaming light. And it was about $80. This is a random video today, I'm sorry. Very random video. Let's see what's on my list of things to do. Done that. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dump my water. So this is my gray tank. This is where all of my dirty water goes. My toothpaste, maybe some bits of food that come from washing my plates and stuff. So that is what a gray tank is, for those that don't know. I've marked it with Sharpie to make sure that I do not use fresh water in here, because this is the not so nice tank. That is my freshwater tank, which is clean and fresh and wonderful. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to dump this. I'm going to dump this down a little sewery drain that's near me to get rid of it all, and then I'm going to spray. I usually spray some bleach and stuff in it to make sure that it's not just building up a bunch of horribleness on it. So yeah, that's my gray tank, and I'm just about to dump it now. That is now being dumped. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it with bleach, give the outside a wipe and clean as well, and get that back connected to my sink. I always get a little bit freaked out when I'm dumping grey water because I feel like I'm doing something wrong, but I did research and made sure that I don't dump into like storm drains which go directly to the river. I use like bio-safe washing up liquid and stuff like that, so everything that goes in there is like fine, and then I pour it into appropriate places that are built to take grey water and that sort of stuff. So I did do research, but I always feel like I'm doing something naughty when I'm dumping it, which is silly. But I don't dump it into rivers or into gardens or on the streets or even just on the ground. Like, I always pour it into places that should have it. I feel like I'm doing the right thing. I did as much research as I could, but so it was that weird thing in the back of my mind. I'm gonna get told off. So here's what I do for a mini clean. In between this, I'll do a mini clean every time I empty it, and then I do a full clean like once a month. So my mini clean is literally spraying in just some bleach, and then I'll take just a little bit of water, not that much, and then my grey water tank lid, again marked with a Sharpie so I don't get it mixed up with the fresh water. And give it a full that's done. This goes in this way, and then I just twist my top on here and it slides in, and then we have brand new grey tank ready to fill up. Trash can clips back onto here, and we're good to go. Food came. So I'm gonna sit and have my lunch. Spend 2 seconds outside and I'm sweating already. Oh my God. Whew, I have a bit of a headache. It's been a long day, to be honest. Before I started filming, it was already a pretty big day. I didn't eat great when I first started building this out, and I was ordering takeout. But I made myself the promise recently that if I'm gonna order takeout, and I'm going to be lazy when it comes to food, then at the very least I should be healthy. So I'm now changing the bad stuff for salads and wraps and green tea and stuff like that. And I'm enjoying it just as much because I'm enjoying not cooking. This looks good. This looks so good. Hooray! I'm gonna eat my lunch. I'm not gonna do it on camera. So, lunch done. Time to crack on. Got a bit of a headache, but I'm not gonna let that stop me. I think I'm just dehydrated, but my to-do list isn't too big, so I'm gonna crack on with that. The sooner I do that, the sooner I can have a Saturday night where I'm going to play some video games. That's what I'm going to do tonight. So let's get errands out of the way. The desk that I wanted to do did come along, but I used 2 whole batteries sanding it down. It looks way better than it did before, but it is still not finished. The edges need my oscillating tool to get the edges done. So this is how the desk is currently looking. I don't know whether it comes across very well on camera. I think that the black is still like within the grain. You can see there, but it's definitely looking better, especially like over here. It's looking pretty good. This is how it looks over towards the wall, which obviously is not great. So I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get it 100% without the black specks in it. But if I can get it like this, over 90% of it, I think I'll be pretty happy. This just feels a lot more spacious and just a bit more open. So I am happy with getting rid of the other stuff. So yeah, it's there. It just needs a third sand. And once we get that third sand in, I think we're in a good place to actually treat the wood and make it a proper desk. I'm going to try to get this to match the fake stuff here, which is going to be interesting. I'm really impressed with how it looks. It's so nice as it's got sanded. So, and then the door, I managed to weather strip the door. The 3mm stuff was actually too thin. It left too much of a gap. So I've reapplied the original 6mm stuff that I had, but I've sanded down the door. It works for most of it, but it's still not 100%. So that is an 80% done job. The thing I wasn't expecting was to find 2 spiders. One had definitely made a nest. There was like, I think there was like eggs within the web and stuff like that. So that one's gone. And then the white spider, part of me wants to Google it. The other part of me does not want to Google it. Because I don't know what that is or what it could be. So I'm definitely worried about that. But I did a lot of spraying around here to put some spider murder barriers around the truck. I think it's because when it's in storage, it backs onto some plants and bushes and stuff, and I think the spiders have just come across from the trees. Hopefully, now that I'm not spending all this time at the storage, hopefully that means that I won't be getting spiders' nests in the truck anymore. So I did stuff, but I completed nothing? One thing? That did not go the way that I thought it would. So I'm going to cook myself some dinner, and then I'm going to relax for the evening. I really don't like to romanticize the whole like grind set kind of thing, because I know it's unhealthy. And I'm really trying to get out of that. And it takes a lot for me to stop myself from looking at my evenings and going, oh, I've got this amount of hours, maybe I can do this thing. Because it's really bad. It's really bad. So last night what I did is I played some video games, and I think that's what I'm going to force myself to do tonight. So, thank you for joining me. I don't know what this video was. I hope that it was helpful. I doubt that it was, but I appreciate people leaving comments. This channel is, for me, it is about learning. Like, this is pretty much me 100% in a learning mode, as you can tell. And sometimes it ends up in a day like today where you look back and go, maybe I should have planned this better. Either way, I appreciate you all. And for now, I am clocking out.